Let's talk about something important, something many of us think about as we get older: staying strong, feeling vital, and keeping our hearts healthy. We often focus on diet, exercise, maybe even those daily vitamins we just discussed. But what if there's another piece of the puzzle, something natural and deeply personal that we've been taught to ignore, or worse, feel ashamed of? Did you know that neglecting a natural aspect of your own body, something completely private, could actually be subtly working against your efforts to maintain good circulation and heart health? It sounds surprising, maybe even a little uncomfortable to discuss, but stick with me. We're going to explore how understanding and maybe even embracing this overlooked part of your well-being could be a hidden ally for your heart, especially as the years go by. Now, I know this topic, self-pleasuring or masturbation, isn't typically talked about openly, especially perhaps in our generation. Maybe it feels taboo or just private, and that's okay. But knowledge is power, isn't it? Have you ever even considered if this has any connection to physical health, beyond just feeling good? Before we dive deeper, just drop a quick yes or no in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious about your initial thoughts. No judgment here, just honest conversation. You see, the real issue isn't the act itself. The real danger, if you will, lies in the silence, the myths, and the misunderstandings that surround it. These things can prevent us from seeing a potential, natural way our bodies are designed to support themselves. We worry so much about high blood pressure, sluggish circulation, the risk of heart disease, and rightly so. The CDC reminds us constantly that heart disease remains a top concern for seniors. We take medications, we watch our salt, we try to walk more. But what if we're overlooking a simple built-in mechanism that could offer a gentle, natural boost to that very system we're trying to protect? Let's look at the mechanics, much like we examined those supplements. When you engage in this private activity, what actually happens in your body? Your heart rate naturally increases. Now, we're not talking about running a marathon here. Think more along the lines of climbing a couple flights of stairs or taking a brisk walk, as some studies suggest. For many people, this might mean a temporary rise to around 100 to 130 beats per minute. Why does this matter? Well, as we age, our blood vessels can naturally become a bit stiffer, a little less flexible. It's one of those changes we often just sigh and accept. But that temporary increase in heart rate does something quite wonderful. It encourages your blood vessels to dilate, to widen. Imagine giving those vessels a gentle nudge, reminding them to open up. This allows blood to flow more freely, carrying vital oxygen and nutrients to all parts of your body, from your brain down to your toes. Some research, like studies mentioned in journals focusing on urology and cardiology, even hints that regular activity of this kind might support better long-term circulatory health. The science is still evolving, absolutely. But isn't it fascinating to think that this natural process could be a small countermeasure to age-related vascular stiffening? Could this simple private act be quietly helping maintain flexibility in a system prone to becoming rigid? Now let's talk about something else that silently drains our energy and puts a strain on our hearts: stress. We all feel it. Worries about health, finances, family. It piles up. And what does chronic stress do? It tightens everything up. It constricts blood vessels. It can elevate blood pressure, making our hearts work harder than they should. It's like running your engine with the emergency brake slightly engaged all the time. But here's where our bodies have another built-in piece of magic. During that peak moment, that release, your body is flooded with hormones like oxytocin and endorphins. You might have heard of oxytocin as the bonding hormone, but it's also fantastic at promoting relaxation. Endorphins are your body's natural mood lifters and pain relievers. What's the combined effect? They act as natural stress busters. They help counteract the tightening effects of stress hormones like cortisol. They encourage those blood vessels to relax. They promote a sense of calm. Think about it. Instead of reaching for a pill to manage stress, though sometimes necessary, of course, here is a completely natural, internal process that provides a wave of relaxation. It's not just about a fleeting moment of pleasure. It's about actively triggering your body's own relaxation response. Could this be one reason why many people, including seniors I've spoken with informally over the years, report feeling calmer or sleeping better afterwards? It's a direct physiological response, a natural antidote to the daily grind of stress that weighs so heavily on our cardiovascular system. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room: safety. Perhaps you've worried, is this safe for me, especially if I have high blood pressure or a heart condition? It's a valid concern, born out of years of maybe hearing vague warnings or just societal quietness on the subject. This fear, this myth that it's inherently risky, can itself be a barrier, quietly undermining your confidence in your own body. But let's look at what the science generally suggests. For the vast majority of people, even those managing existing heart conditions, the physical exertion involved is comparable to mild or moderate exercise, like that brisk walk we mentioned. Studies measuring blood pressure during such activity often find it rarely spikes to dangerous levels, typically staying within safe limits comparable to everyday activities. Of course, and this is crucial, if you have a specific severe or unstable condition, or if your doctor has given you explicit restrictions on physical activity, you absolutely must follow that medical advice. Always talk to your doctor if you have any doubts or serious underlying conditions. But for most, the evidence suggests it's generally safe. And what about the myth that this is something only young people do, or that it's somehow inappropriate or abnormal as we age? Let me be clear, that is pure societal conditioning, not biological reality. Surveys and common sense tell us that sexuality and self-pleasure can be, and often are, a part of life well into our 70s, 80s, and beyond. It's human, it's normal. Feeling pleasure, connecting with your own body, these things don't have an expiration date. Believing otherwise, internalizing that shame or feeling too old, that's what can potentially harm your overall sense of well-being, far more than the act itself. Have you encountered these myths? What outdated ideas have you heard? Share them in the comments. Let's bring them into the light. While the potential cardiovascular benefits, better blood flow, stress relief, are significant, the positive ripples don't stop there. This isn't just about your heart, it's about your whole sense of vitality. Think about it. Mood boost. Those endorphins we mentioned, they don't just fight stress, they genuinely lift your mood. In a world where seniors face higher risks of depression or loneliness, isn't a natural mood enhancer something valuable? Better sleep. Many people find that the relaxation following orgasm helps them fall asleep more easily and sleep more soundly, and good sleep is absolutely fundamental for heart health, cognitive function, and overall resilience. How many of us struggle with sleep as we get older? Could this be a simple, drug-free aid for some? Pelvic health, especially for women. For women, the muscle contractions involved can help strengthen the pelvic floor. Why does this matter? It supports bladder control and can help combat incontinence, a common and often frustrating issue as we age. That's a direct impact on daily comfort and confidence. You see, these aren't just isolated perks. They connect to a bigger picture of maintaining independence, confidence, and quality of life. Feeling less stressed, sleeping better, having a brighter mood, feeling more comfortable physically, these things add up. They contribute to that overall feeling of vitality we all strive for. It's not about chasing youth. It's about embracing the wellness tools available to us right now at this stage of life. So, if this resonates with you, if you're curious, how might you approach this safely and comfortably? It's simpler than you might think. Listen to your body. This is paramount. Start gently. Pay attention to how you feel. There's no pressure, no shoulds. This is about your comfort and your pace. Create comfort. Make it a pleasant experience. A quiet room, maybe some soft music, whatever helps you relax and feel comfortable in your own space. Safety. First, if you use any aids or toys, keep them clean with simple soap and water to prevent infections. Basic hygiene matters. Check in if needed. Again, if you have significant health concerns or doubts, have that conversation with your doctor. Peace of mind is important. Hydration helps. Good circulation always benefits from adequate water intake. Sip some water before and after. Ultimately, this conversation is about more than just a physical act. It's about reclaiming ownership of your body and your well-being. It's about challenging outdated notions and embracing all aspects of your health. For decades, maybe you've focused on caring for others. Now, it's also time to nurture yourself, including understanding and utilizing the natural processes your body possesses. Your heart has served you well. Supporting it naturally, reducing stress, improving circulation, these are gifts you can give yourself. Don't let lingering shame or misinformation hold you back from exploring something that is normal, generally safe for most, and potentially beneficial. What's one thought or feeling that stands out to you after hearing this? Was it the science, the myth-busting, or just the permission to even think about this topic? Share that one takeaway in the comments below. I read them all, and I appreciate you engaging in this important, often unspoken conversation. If this discussion provided some food for thought, or perhaps a little bit of encouragement, please give this video a like. It truly helps others find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing for more discussions on real health for real life, especially as we navigate our later years. Share this with anyone you think might benefit from hearing a different perspective. Thank you for listening with an open mind. Take good care of yourself in every way.